My family taught me that love meant watching my adopted sister Kara destroy my achievements while screaming, "You don't deserve this," and then forgiving her without an apology. When Kara arrived at 12, I was 14. She'd survived 3 abusive foster homes, so Mom said we had to be extra patient. The first warning sign was my birthday party 2 weeks later. I was blowing out my candles when Kara suddenly shoved me aside, blew them out herself, and started tearing open my presents like a wild animal. "She's learning what family feels like," Mom explained as Kara paraded around in my new soccer cleats and jersey, refusing to take them off. By freshman year, the pattern was crystal clear. Every achievement I earned, Kara would hunt down and destroy with surgical precision. She'd find my honor roll certificates hidden in my backpack and tear them into confetti while screaming, "You don't deserve this," before collapsing in theatrical tears. Mom would rush to comfort her while I swept up the pieces of my hard work, forbidden from showing any anger. The destruction escalated with each success. When I got my driver's license after months of practice, I woke up to find "loser" key deep into my car door. When I made varsity soccer after years of training, she cut my uniform into ribbons with kitchen scissors. When I won the regional debate championship, she threw my trophy through our living room window, claiming I was showing off. Always the same words, always the same reaction from Mom. "You know her triggers. Why do you keep setting her off? She can't help her reactions." I started hiding everything. Awards went in my gym locker. Good grades stayed at school. I learned to celebrate silently, to dim my light so Kara wouldn't explode. But she always found out somehow, like she had radar for my happiness. And the punishment always came swift and brutal. The breaking point arrived senior year. I'd secretly applied to colleges, keeping every document in a locked box in my gym locker. Somehow, Kara discovered my hiding spot. I came home to find her sitting at the kitchen table, methodically eating my acceptance letters, literally chewing and swallowing Princeton, Yale, and Stanford like they were potato chips, maintaining eye contact the entire time. "She was overwhelmed by your success," Mom said, watching me sob over the soggy remains. "You should have been more sensitive to her trauma response." That night, staring at my ceiling with tears drying on my face, something clicked. Kara wasn't some broken, traumatized kid acting out randomly. She was calculating, strategic, brilliant even. She'd figured out that in our house, being the victim meant getting everything while being successful meant losing everything and becoming the villain. She'd trained our entire family to revolve around her emotional needs like planets around the sun. Mom would rather sacrifice my future than risk Kara having a meltdown. Dad stayed silent to keep the peace, and I'd been the perfect scapegoat, absorbing blame for triggering her with the crime of existing successfully. So I stopped playing by their rules completely. I reapplied to colleges in secret, but this time I sent everything to my best friend Nina's house. I started celebrating my wins in private, building a life they couldn't monitor or destroy. When I got my SAT scores back, perfect 1600, I didn't even tell them. Instead, Nina and I went out for ice cream to celebrate properly for the first time in years. I created a separate bank account at a different branch across town, started working extra shifts at my part-time job at Target. Every dollar went toward my escape fund, hidden where Kara couldn't find it and Mom couldn't guilt me into spending it on family needs. The day my acceptance letter arrived at Nina's house, I knew I was finally free. Full scholarship to Northwestern, housing guaranteed, a future that belonged entirely to me, untouchable and unbreakable. I waited until the night before graduation to tell them, timing it perfectly. Mom's face went completely white. "But Kara needs you here," she stammered. "She can't handle being alone. You're her anchor." "Then maybe you should have taught her to handle other people's success instead of destroying it," I replied calmly, feeling strangely powerful. Kara had the biggest meltdown of her entire life, screaming, throwing furniture, threatening to hurt herself if I abandoned the family. But for the first time in 4 years, I just watched without lynching. No guilt, no fear, no rushing to fix her feelings, just crystal clear clarity. The morning I left for college, Kara stood in our driveway crying real tears for once. Not manipulative ones designed to control me, genuine grief that her favorite victim was escaping her web forever. I rolled down my window and smiled genuinely. "You know what, Kara? You don't deserve this either."